Yeah, hi guys.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Apologies, we haven't been posting much lately. It's been a couple of weeks, I think. But we're doing our end of year Christmas wrap up, Christmas greetings, plans for the new year. Yeah, rattling on about some stuff. Alright, we'll just order our lunch and everything. Okay, we're around at our little restaurant that we come to quite often, a couple of times a week. What's that, 21st, 22nd, somewhere. It's very close to Christmas, I know that. I think it's the 21st. Yeah, so this will be our Christmas video, end of year wrap up video. What was that? A couple of things I was going to talk about. Oh, COVID, the big outbreak. So if you're living outside of Thailand, you've probably seen it on the news. Massive COVID outbreak. 500 people in one day, all this. Now, I've got to put this in context because it's not as bad as it sounds. There's all these migrant workers in Thailand, right? They work in, the people who build buildings and work in the seafood trawlers and stuff like that, work in factories. They come from Burma, Cambodia, etc. This outbreak has come from, I think it's 600 people they're up to now and scattering to other little clusters. 600 of these people live in one building, right? They're all these Burmese, or not sure what you call a Myanmar person, Myanmarese. All these Burmese people come here to work, and they work in the seafood industry in an area called Samut Sakhon. Yeah, and they're very much a little closed community. They come here, they all live in a little block of flats. They all work across the road in the big seafood processing plant. You know, they cook themselves, they sleep in the same... Yeah, they're not in broader Thai community, I suppose you'd say. So yeah, to put this outbreak in context, this happened in Samut Sakhon, which is where Anne owns a house. We used to actually live there on the western side of Bangkok, yeah. Just on the outskirts of Bangkok on the western side. It's a big seafood industry sort of place. So all these Burmese come there, they work in the seafood processing plant, you know, peeling prawns or doing whatever they're doing. Yeah, working actually on the fishing boats, all that sort of thing. The outbreak has been from them, right? Someone came from Burma, snuck across the border, made their way down there, full of COVID, gave it to someone. And so these 500 people, they literally live 5 to a room in this big, massive apartment complex, you know, the sort of scene you see with all the washing hanging out and the people cooking on the balcony, all of that sort of thing. Yeah, so yes, it's been a big outbreak, but it's a contained single outbreak in one place amongst one group of people. So yeah, it's not like COVID's gone rampant across Thailand.
No, but now you worry about because in big market many people come to buy something.
Yeah. Attached to this, where all these Burmese people are, that the outbreak is one of the big seafood market, wholesale seafood markets for all of Thailand. You know, truckloads of prawns and fish and everything leave there every day to go all over Thailand. So yeah, it has spread a little bit from there into the market, and then there's been 2 or 3. I give the Thai authorities that do this massive contact tracing thing where they track everyone down, and and Samut Sakhon, where the outbreak is, has been locked down. You know, you can't go out, you can't come, there's checkpoints to leave and come, and yeah. And they've traced 6 cases out of there. You know, someone visited that market and now they're back in Bangkok and they've got it, and ideally they'll contain it, yeah. They seem to be very good at doing that. And I think because the Thai population in general cooperates, you know, they'll volunteer that they went to that market last week, and yeah. So we'll see how that goes. That's the COVID situation. It is having ramifications across Thailand. A lot of the places are, well, maybe not overreacting, but they're reacting. They're shutting down all over. New Year's things are being, you know, fireworks and celebrations are all being shut down in Bangkok. Even where we live, they're shutting things down, etc. So it's probably good. It'd probably be overly cautious. They haven't actually instigated a shutdown yet, but suggested that everyone should try and work from home for a couple of weeks. So, yeah. But as I said, they'll be probably, the Thai way of doing it is they will be overcautious rather than, you know, I want to stay open and I deserve the right to be an idiot and I want to not wear a mask. And anyway, don't get me started on that. Right, our lunch is just arriving. Okay, there's Anne's lunch, which is a big sort of, I don't know, half a carcass of something, pork thing. It's all like a pork bones and ribs, and Anne's got this because she needs it because it's winter. She needs this big bowl of soup. So to explain the winter thing, woke up this morning, it's probably was about 20 degrees, 19, 20 degrees this morning. So Anne's running around, you'd think we'd just woken up in Antarctica, you know, and it's nice. It's just nice weather. You walk outside and it's not humid, it's not sticky, it's horrible, but to Anne it's absolutely freezing. You see all the Thai girls here that are cooking our lunch and that, they're all like they're going on an Antarctic expedition next week. But yeah, the weather here at the moment is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it's probably, as I said, you wake up in the morning, it's about 20 degrees. It gets up to about maybe 28, 27, 28. Just nice, no humidity. Really, really nice. Well, that's why this is usually high season. This time of the year is usually when high season is. So, yeah. Hang on, my lunch is here now. That's mine. I got gai pad met mak muang with chicken and cashew nuts. Some rice and some chicken wings just came. I get them every time. But yeah, alright, I'll eat this and we'll come back. Okay, finished our lunch, that was very nice. Okay, now I was going to talk about our plans, because we're getting towards the end of the year. What are the plans for next year? Okay, Anne's got a big announcement. Starting the 2nd of January, she's going to school. Yes, that's only about a week away. She's going to school, and hang on. What are you going to be learning, Anne? Cut. Haircut. Yes, Anne is going to learn hairdressing, or barber, I suppose you'd say, rather than hairdressing, cut men's hair. Anne's brother already, he has a barber shop about 40 kilometres away. I keep meaning to go there and make a video about it one day, but next time. Yeah, he has a barber shop. He wasn't always a barber, just one day a couple of years ago he said, I'm going to be a barber, you know. So he went and did a 2-month course, which that's what Anne's going to do, a 2-month course, and you pay. And I suppose, yeah, they condense in Australia, that would be a couple of year apprenticeship. They condense it down. But yeah, his shop, Anne's brother, his shop, he does quite well out of it. Yeah, he opened just a shop in just an industrial area, not far from where he lives, about 40 kilometres north of here. There's a car fitting, car tyre place here, and a factory there, and he's just in the middle of all this industry.
Have big factory.
Yeah, lots of big factories in the area and stuff. He's on a busy road, but yeah, he's done all right. I suppose he's been doing that for what, a year now, maybe? Huh? His shop has been going for 1 year, probably.
3 years now. 3 years.
3 years, there you go. Shows how up to date I am. Yeah, he's been doing that for 3 years. And he makes, on a good day, he'll make 100 baht a haircut, so $5 a haircut. On a good day, he will make
2,000
yeah, a couple of thousand baht, which, you know, if you consider like the lady who just cooked our lunch or the lady who just bought our lunch or you know, they make 300 baht a day. So on a good day, he can make a couple of thousand a day, which is, you know, he's making more than a school teacher, a policeman, a bank employee, whatever. So, yeah, I suppose probably averages out over a month to be 30,000 baht maybe, you know, which is good wages, you know. So this has prompted Anne to now go and learn as well. What we'll actually do when she's finished, not sure. She might just go up and help him a couple of days a week, yeah, because he's getting to the point where he's turning away, when he's busy, he's turning away customers, you know. So if they had 2 chairs going on those days, that would be great. Or we might look at opening a shop down here. Anne's brother's always talking about that. He wants to open a second shop. So he'd open here and Anne would sort of run it and work in it. Or Anne might just end up working for someone for a couple of days a week in a different shop. Yeah. There's no real... No, so we get by all right at the moment. Anne's really doing it for something to do herself and a bit of pocket money and stuff like that. So I don't give her enough money.
No, because when you finish with me, I cannot do.
Oh, this is okay. Her plan is she's learning to cut hair because one day when we're finished, when we split up, she'll have a career she can fall back on. Okay, it's good to have faith in our relationship. Yeah, but no, it'll be good. So yeah, starting January, Anne heads off to school. Now, this comes into my plans. At the same time, since Anne's not going to be around, I am going to make a concerted effort to try and learn Thai, right? I'm thinking of actually even enrolling in school, properly going, yeah? I've got to do it, because I'm just hopeless. I've been here 5, 6, 7 years, whatever, and I still can't get it, yeah. I suppose I probably have a vocabulary of maybe 100 words. Every now and then, whole sentences come out, you know, or a phrase, or I can order something in a restaurant, a bit of back and forward, do you want something, da, da, da. I realise I've had an exchange in Thai, right, but then other times I can't remember how to count to 3, you know, that it's just memory, yeah, it's not. And I think I've said this before, Thai language, it must be one of the hardest languages in the world to learn, yeah? The tonal aspect of it, and you have the same word. To me, my Western ear, you have 4 words will just sound identical. I cannot tell the difference between these 4 words. But they're 4 separate words with 4 separate meanings that mean 4 separate things. So invariably I learn some word and I use it in a phrase, and I'm saying something completely different, you know. It gets frustrating. There's this, you say a word and it's got tone rising at the end, tone falling at the end, tone longer at the end, the actual length of the tone. Yeah, so that gives it 4 different meanings, yeah, or 3 different meanings, 4. Yeah, I think I've done this in other videos, but some of the words, yeah. You learn that, you know, when you first get here, you learn the word suai, which is pretty, yeah. So trying to meet girls, so you learn the word pretty. But with my Aussie twang, when we say suai, suai, it means something like a curse on your elephant or something, you know. It's bad luck or something, isn't it? Suai.
Suai.
Yeah, so...
Suai, not good.
Suai.
Suai, not good. Not good, but suai, pretty. Suai.
Hang on, I'll just get... Okay, say that again. Do the suai.
Suai,
Is...
Suai.
What's that one?
Suai, pretty.
Now the other one?
Suai. Suai. It's bad luck. It's bad luck.
See, that's not just me. She just said the same word twice, didn't she? Yeah, but anyway, that's my plans. I'm going to try and do the whole learn Thai, go to school. And perfect opportunity. Anne's off learning hairdressing. Rather than sit around the house all day, I will go and do that. Yeah, so that's part of my plan. But the way it's heading, they may be heading into another lockdown and stuff. Yeah, it may change all our plans. Tomorrow might change, yeah. As I said, at the moment, it looks like they will catch this outbreak. They'll get on top of it, etc. But plus, I was reading yesterday this new strain in the UK. So, and a couple of countries are now blocking flights from the UK because of this new strain of COVID or something. And I saw on the TV that they're thinking the same in Thailand. They're going to shut down anybody coming from the UK. So yeah, that and this outbreak, and there's been a couple of outbreaks in quarantine. People have come here, they're doing their 2-week stay in quarantine, and they've tested them and found COVID. So all of those factors combined, we might be in another lockdown next week. I hope not, because it's just too much to... Oh, excuse me. It's too much for the economy. It's too much for people, yeah. But maybe it's what we need, I don't know. Yeah. So ideally, we won't lock down. Sorry, cut me off. Ideally, we won't be locking down, and we will, yeah. Anne can start her hairdressing. I can start my learn Thai. Alright, so I suppose that covers it. This is also our Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
I was going to talk about Christmas in Thailand, which can be quite odd. Yeah, it's just another day here, right? So we won't do anything for Christmas. There's nothing happening. The banks are open, government offices are open. There's nothing that distinguishes it from any other day in Thailand, yeah? This year even more so, because there's no Westerners here. It's not like you'll see some Westerners down the road having a Christmas drink or... whereas we would normally go with some friends. So we'd go to probably out at least once with some friends to have a Christmas drink. Yeah, so because it's because there is no tourists here, any of our friends a lot of our friends here come and go. You know, one's an airline pilot, one's a retired farmer, you know, a few other friends and things, but they come and go. They come for 3 months, they go again, they go, yeah. So none of them will be here for Christmas. So the people we would usually go out for a Christmas drink or something.
COVID changed everything.
Yeah, COVID changes everything, yes. Yeah, so we probably won't even know it's Christmas. Besides phone calls from my sisters and kids and things, that's about the only different thing that'll be for us.
If no have COVID, maybe this year we go Australia.
We could have, yeah. And it's just saying we may well have even ended up back in Australia for Christmas this year if COVID wasn't around. Yeah, because it's been a couple of years since we've been back to the Christmas trip. That ends up costing a fortune, but going back for a Christmas. 2 airfares, hotels, car, yeah. But anyway, it doesn't happen this year. But I was going to talk about Christmas in Thailand. Besides being just not just a normal day, but the Thais still go ballistic, putting up Christmas decorations. Go to all the shopping malls, there's Christmas decorations, there's a Christmas tree, there's tinsel, there's candy canes, there's all of that, nativity scenes. Yeah. Yeah, average Thai wouldn't have a clue what that means. What any of it. It's really just the marketing. It's the marketing department of the shopping mall has thought, let's put Christmas decorations up. Yeah. And over the years, I've seen a couple of quite funny things, yeah. Santa Claus on a crucifix, right? Which, yeah, so a crucifix with Santa Claus nailed to a crucifix. Not joking, like seriously done. A nativity scene in a shopping centre where the three wise men were dressed as Santa Claus. Couple of other things like that.
No,
But yeah, it's quite funny.
In Thailand, it have Christian. It say same Christian, Christang. You understand,ไหม about Christmas? Have Thailand have some Thai people. It about Christian.
Hang on.
What you understand? I mean, wait. No.
Sorry, what were you saying? In Thailand?
Some people, Thai people, are
Christian, yeah. Oh yeah, there are some, a component of Thais are Christian, yeah, small percentage, yeah. I mean, here in Pattaya, there's a couple of, you drive past a Christian church up on the Sukhumvit Road, stuff. Yes, I suppose they do celebrate Christmas, etc. But there's also this component, 90% of Thais don't have a clue what it is or what's being celebrated, but it doesn't stop them. Another aspect, right, is they love playing Christmas carols at insanely loud volume. So you're wandering around the supermarket getting some groceries, right? And I was like, what did you say? I can't hear you. Christmas carols are blaring out of the PA system. So yeah, it's quite funny, yeah. So, you know, all these sort of boppy, poppy Christmas songs. Yeah. And again, Thai people wouldn't have a clue what they're saying, what it's about. Like, you know, Bing Crosby singing Silent Night or something. And so it can be quite a surreal experience, I suppose. For us this year, it won't be anything. There'll be nothing happening. So yeah, besides calling my sisters, that will be about it. We should sign off maybe. Oh, you're going to sit next to me. Oh. Alright, we will say Merry Christmas to everybody. Yeah, and if you've been watching us all year, thank you. And hopefully everyone will keep watching next year and we'll try to get some good videos out and get some more people watching.
And take care of yourself.
Yes, have a happy and safe New Year. Merry Christmas. Alright guys, we'll leave it. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Bye bye.